Brett Newski. Welcome, Brewski, to the studio. Welcome to South Africa. Cannot wait. We've been treated to his sound checks. He is phenomenal. Stick around. Now, earlier, we made some homemade apricot cheesecake ice cream, as we do. But how about we take the ice cream to another level entirely by switching it in between two freshly baked, beautiful biscuits, making the ultimate ice cream cookie sandwich. There's only one person who can be charged with the great responsibility of creating such a thing. Our chef Chumi is here to show us the simplest cookie recipe and just how easy this really spectacular end result is to achieve.
Yep.
Found like a different accent even creeping in. I'm so excited there.
I saw that. I saw that.
This is cool, okay? Luckily, Zoe isn't here today to eat all of the cookie dough because this is a good dough. I've had a little taste.
Yeah.
It's a good dough, man. It's a good dough.
Great.
This is exciting. This is fun. This is something that the kids will love. It's a treat for the weekend. Get us started. What are we doing here?
It's perfect on its own, just the cookies, but then even more fun when you sandwich something in between.
Yeah, and we did make a beautiful ice cream earlier, so let's use it, man. Let's use it. Okay, what
now,
do you need?
I'm going to get you to do all the manual labor because
I'm there for that. Labor, exactly. I'm there for that.
Just to cream some of our margarine there. We're going to be using our clover mama bake for this one, but I need you to cream it with some of our caster sugar. The reason we're choosing to go with caster sugar is because it dissolves much easier than granulated.
Which is why we use it when we bake.
Correct. Well, you can use any type of sugar when you bake, but for this kind of biscuit, or if you're doing stuff like shortbread cookies, you choose to want to go with
your caster sugar. Cool.
Caster sugar versus the other sugar. So in essence, what we're going to be doing, it's literally just 3 ingredients. We're using our mama bake, we're using caster sugar, and we're using some of our flour. Now, the first step would be to cream all those 3 ingredients together to a nice consistency where they fall together and so forth. But the thing about it is you can't use the dough immediately. It does need to go into the fridge to chill, to set so that you're able to use it, whether you're going to be rolling it out, or in this instance, I'm going to be showing you a trick if you want to get those exact round cookies that you want.
Whoa, so you do want a bit of uniformity, you know, you want to look cool. When you post a picture on Instagram, it must look cool, okay?
One mustn't look like an octagon and another look like a square.
Exactly. How's that going? Cool.
That's looking good. So now you can add your flour in there. That requires a bit of time because you're going to mix it all in, but you also don't want it to over-mix, right?
Okay.
So let's just say you've gone ahead, you've done that as you are now, mixing it all together.
Keep at it, cool.
Put into the fridge and chill. I've got.
And when you say chill, how long?
Just chill it for about at least an hour, just so it's firm.
You can both chill. You can chill while your batch is chilling, everything's just chilled. I love that.
While the dough's chilling in the fridge, you can then chill, have yourself a glass of milk, and then your dough comes out, it's nice and set, it's hard enough for you to either roll out, which would be the typical standard. And
it's quite a firm dough.
Correct.
It's got a bit of backbone,
Yeah, you don't want to overmix it as well because you don't want it to get too hard. So let's just say you're going to go for the typical standard of you've got your dough, you put it on a surface, roll it out with your rolling pin. That's great. But the other trick I wanted to show you is if you do want some uniformity, you can actually take your dough and then put it in the center of some plastic wrap.
Okay.
All right, and then do that. Just make sure you create somewhat of a log here. And then just make sure that it's tightly compressed. And then what you're going to do then is you're going to just roll it in some plastic wrap like this.
Tubular. You're going to create a little sausage of cookie dough.
Correct. And then you just, on your surface, I don't know what surfaces you would have, but I'm going to try and do it here. It's not
Hopefully
working.
with a bit of traction.
Okay, so let's just say you've got a stainless steel surface. And you can just roll it out nicely. Let me do this. This is another trick that could work, actually. Really?
That's spectacular. I love it.
This is why I love
it. 2022, baby.
Okay.
That's what we're about.
So it's nice and rolled out. Let's go back to how it's
that's the best thing that's ever happened this whole year. You know, you've made my day. Thank you, dear.
Maybe this is the best time for me to stick to not doing theatrics in the kitchen. So I'm going to be simple and roll it out.
There is a teacher who taught you at culinary school right now going, I told you so. I told you. I told you that, girl.
You're not a magician, you're a chef. Stick to chefing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, cool. Fine. You've rolled it out. It's now got those round little discs. Perfect. But let's just keep it simple and keep it original.
So what we would have done is taken our beautiful round log that was all uniform, one shape, and sliced it up. And then you would have had perfectly. But that's still pretty impressive.
Still perfect.
Okay.
So you've got the options. In essence, what I'm saying is you've got the option to do either or, depending on exactly who you're trying to impress. If it's just for the little ones, they're fine with the octagons.
Can you make a big kind of thing of this dough and keep it in the freezer and eat it later? Really?
Definitely. And the one thing about it is also freeze as well. So you make the dough ahead, actually freeze it in the disc or freeze it already in these shapes, put it in the freezer, put it into a bag, and all you do is take them out, bake.
Because that's my thing, is I want to come home to the smell of freshly baking biscuits every day.
Every day?
Every day. So even if it's just 2 biscuits, and just do it. I love it. I'm trying to plant a seed here. I'm hoping she's watching right now and the kids are watching because I think they would appreciate that as well. Okay, I love that. I love the fact that this is so simple. I bake with my little man. And, you know, so things need to be simple, not for him, for me, because I find baking quite challenging and he'll put the finishing touches, you know. I get it. Okay, that's beautiful. So now we've got our perfect size, and these are quite, like, they've got a bit of to them.
Quite firm, so you bake them up, let them cool for at least 30 minutes, and then you can actually sandwich the ice cream in.
And then, and then have a little bit of fun. You can put some fresh berries in there. We've gone for a popsicle style, which is so funky. Yeah, man, that's just really, really, really cool. It's something that's engaging. It's something that's fun. There's a talkability to it as well, which is quite cool for kids' parties and things like that. Even if it's just the treat that you want to earn for yourself and for your little one, at the end of the day, it's fun and it's really, really easy. And it creates the requisite amount of mess in the kitchen, which for me, unless there's flour in your hair, it ain't a thing. You know, you've got a little bit of batter in your hair. Absolutely love that. So here is the good news. Obviously, we are giving you guys an opportunity to win, and we've got some great competitions running at the moment. So I'd suggest you get onto expressoshow.com. You can find this amazing recipe and a whole lot of opportunities to win. We'd love to make you a winner on the show. But I think if you're going to make these and eat them over the weekend, you're a winner already. Beautiful.